No, I think there's something wrong with his mic. Oh, he bought a new one? This is a new one. I mean, we could plug it into... Boom!
It worked?
God,
Oh,
jeez.
I'm gonna turn you up there.
Turn me up, Wes.
Right now.
Well, hello everyone, and happy Father's Day, a beautiful Sunday matinee of FBA basketball here for you. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, bringing you some, FBA basketball. I was going to say Florida Flight there, and I realized the Flight aren't playing today. They played last night and ended up beating the St. Pete Tide to stay undefeated on the season. But today we have the Gainesville Mighty Oaks and the Brevard Bobcats. Now, these two teams, a little bit different. Different lineups run between the Gainesville Mighty Oaks by head coach A.J. Stallworth, and then the Brevard Bobcats kind of have their starting lineup solidified, and they've been running that the whole season and gave the Flight a pretty good run for their money.
So both of these teams coming into this game is very interesting because on one end with the Mighty Oaks, they both came from very tight contested games, but the Mighty Oaks are on the bad end of a major historic comeback. Coming down, losing a 21-point lead, and it came down to the fourth quarter. They lost to the Crocs a few weeks back, whereas the Brevard Bobcats, they were on the opposite end of a loss in versus the Flight. So it's going to be interesting to see how these both teams can bounce back off their losses and what they're going to put forth on the floor today.
We're going to go down to the floor for the starting lineups as we get set here for the second game of the weekend. The starting lineups for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Sitting back as the guard will be Kalik Williams. Ian Nemirovich in the game alongside Jonathan Johnson. At center quarter will take the tip Anthony Young. And Trey Jackson, or excuse me, Joquan Whitley's here, so he will be starting. It's either going to be a game time decision between him and Whitley. So the Gainesville Mighty Oaks win the tip. The pass down low to Demirovich. Demirovich spinning and making the first shot of the game.
Demirovich coming to a hot start. Barely any time off the shot clock. Good job by Mighty Oaks getting the lid off the basket early.
There's Lucius McKay running under the basket. Almost loses the ball. And the steal by Whitley.
Whitley does a great job on defense. Comes up with a steal there.
Jonathan Johnson trying to use the backboard. Tipped around and the rebound pulled down by Sherrod Dean.
Now keep in mind, the Mighty Oaks typically come out to a very fiery start, but then they tend to sizzle out later on in the game, whereas Brevard Bobcats are the complete opposite. They come out to a slow start and they catch fire late in the game.
Missed shot by Hogan, and Whitley the rebound. So Lucius McKay, Jace Hogan, Byron Thompson Jr., Darius Clark, and Sherrod Dean in for the Brevard Bobcats. Look at Whitley. Showed up a little late today, but not late to hit his first shot of the game. It's a 5-0 ball game. Gainesville Mighty Oaks are up.
And Jaquan Whitley hits it at about 30% from the tray, and that is a very good percentage when you realize that most people are averaging just that.
Clark's ball rims out. And here comes Anthony Young throwing it left. Johnson back over to the right to Whitley, and Whitley one step behind the arc. He's 2 for 2 from back there, 6 points.
Sweet rim music. Jaquan Whitley loves to sing in his spare time, and the flick of the wrist was beautiful to watch. And it tickles the twine. Nice, beautiful sound from the tray. Great shot by Whitley.
Hogan from the left side, just a little bit strong on the three, and Williams pulls down the rebound. Whitley, 5 points last game against the Claremont Crocs, 2 for 11 from the field though in that game, so already shooting better today. McKay, the pass down low to Hogan, and Hogan just has that one roll around the top. A great comeback there by McKay, but couldn't put that one through, and Whitley pulls down the rebound. It's the Gainesville Mighty Oaks by 8.
And on that one, that's just a good job fighting for the board, and the Mighty Oaks were able to come up with that one.
Johnson right side, Anthony Young in the corner, and a big three there. Well, early 11-0 run for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks with 9:35 left to go in the first. Gainesville coming out strong.
And as you just witnessed, the Mighty Oaks are rolling early in this game, but that's the tail of the tape. Typically, the Mighty Oaks come out swinging but fizzle out, and Brevard usually goes to a slow start, and you're seeing that right now.
Lucius McKay, the putback. Sherrod Dean missed the one on the left block, and McKay getting the Brevard Bobcats on the board for the first time today. 9-point lead. McKay the steal, now going back the other direction with 9 minutes left. McKay from the right block up with the left hand, and Kalik Williams pulls down the board.
Right now, you just want to see the Bobcats slow it down and get back to doing what they're used to doing.
McKay the steal on Williams. Behind the back, and Jace Hogan loves that shot cutting towards the basket from the left block. Hogan on the board with his first 2 of the game. It's an 11-4 game.
Beautiful job by McKay, being relentless on the defensive attack right there, forcing a turnover, beautiful behind the back, and Jace finishing it home.
The putback by Kalik Williams. Kalik Williams, dynamic guard. down low. He can play two ways and wears his emotions on his sleeve, and he gives his all when he's on the floor. He wants his team to succeed. Had 19 points last game, 8 of 15 from the field. That one missed down low, and a good fight for the rebound, but McKay comes down with it. And a timeout taken on the floor. 13-4 game, 8 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the first.
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo. Cheddar bacon.
I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go! Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers rock!
And right there, you just saw Brevard needing a little more time to figure it out offensively, but you're starting to see them come alive late in this one.
Jace Hogan showing why he's so good at basketball there. 4 points for Jace Hogan, had 36 last game. He's the second leading scorer in the FBA and top 5 in rebounds.
Every time you mention Jace Hogan, you have to mention the fact that he's averaging a double-double. He's averaging 18 rebounds as well, and he steals the ball very well, averaging 2.8 steals a game.
Trey Jackson hits Darius Clark in the back. First team foul on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. So that was kind of the tape of last game, as Gainesville got into some foul trouble in that fourth quarter. And that game against Claremont, they lost 112-111. Johnson scored 29 points. Jackson had 21. They led at the half by 18 points to Claremont, and then got into foul trouble in the third and fourth quarter with a combined 18 fouls. Stevenson fouled out alongside Johnson and Elijah Gray, and Johnson, their leading scorer, fouled out, which hurt them a lot. And the Crocs scored 40 in the fourth quarter, and Gainesville was limited to 19 in their loss there. And that was their third loss of the season, and so they're looking to come back big here. They trail by 7 with 7.5 minutes left to go. Hogan from the left side, the bounce in, Trey Thompson, his first minutes. Ball tipped around, Hogan going up strong and fouled.
And that's just a good, strong job by Hogan, being relentless on that block, and Thompson getting him the ball early, realizing what they're going to have to do to win this game. Both teams play inside out, and that's the tale of the tape. These two teams are very similar. They average the same amount of points. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks averaging just 0.5 more at 113 versus the Brevard Bobcats at 112.5. And most of their stats just riddle each other. So you have 63% rebounds for the Bobcats, and you have about 54 for Mighty Oaks. And both teams, you're going to witness, they play inside-out basketball. That means they attack teams, they really dominate that block, but then the shooters are going to have to shoot well in this game. I feel like that's going to be the tale of the tape for who's going to win. Hogan
with 6 points. It's the Mighty Oaks by 5. Young, left. Doherty, the pump fake, and gets inside. And a 3 in the key on the offense.
That's just a tough possession right there. You have to get out the key because the Mighty Oaks like to take time off the clock. They like to move the ball around, and that's what you want to do. You want to play for a team like that where you know you're going to get touches, so you're going to have to make sure your foot's not in the 3-second key. Anthony Young would have gotten a good shot off. He does a great job shooting, and he typically knocks them in at about 33% beyond the arc.
So here's Brevard, who lost their last game 118-112 to the Florida Flight. Sherrod Dean, right wing 3. And Anthony Young the rebound. Hogan in that game against the Flight had 36 points and 20 rebounds. From the free throw stripe, Anthony Young
beautiful job
hitting for 2.
beautiful, beautiful job. Knocks in about 13 points per game. And Anthony Young, he seems to be very quiet on and off the court. However, he likes to let his game do the talking. Right there, you see just what that means.
Right up top. There's your guy, Lucius McKay, for 5 now. It's a 4-point game.
Lucius McKay, he's actually a current AAU coach, doing a great job of flicking the wrist, doing exactly what he would have taught his players, banging home that trifecta. And Lucius McKay, you know what he brings to the table. He's averaging the most steals on this team at 3.3, and he does it well from the 3-point line and as well from the field goal. He does a good job all around. He's a very electric guard, and you're going to watch him dynamically put his fingerprints all over the game.
Stevenson inbound, now finds Jackson out beyond the arc, guarded by Trey Thompson. Jackson going right, drawing some contact, and they'll say it was clean. The rebound by Trey Thompson. Here come the Brevard Bobcats. Hogan, left side. Dean, one step in front of the free throw stripe, grabs his own rebound, puts it up again. No, sir. And Jackson, the rebound, going the other way in a 4-point game. Jackson has that one tapped out of bounds by Dean. I like these white jerseys that the Brevard Bobcats are donning now. White jerseys with the black letters and numbers and the orange trim.
Very clean. Coach MJ Miller knows how to get it done. He has his own brand, actually, and he does a great job of getting his guys nice and fly, ready for the game. If you look at his threads over there, looking real clean and smooth. Coach Miller got that drip.
Doherty, the catch and shoot, turnaround and the putback by Jonathan Johnson, or Glenn Stevenson. So 2-3 zone here, 17-11. Down low, Hogan up with the left hand, no good. He has to throw it into the left corner. Lucius McKay contested 3, and it's good.
Lucius McKay balling early in this game. He hit 2 threes so far, and that's uncharacteristic. He usually doesn't let it fly as often as he does, but it's nice to see. It's going to be hard for them to contain him if he's shooting like that. Look at the effort on the defensive end, ripping the ball away and creating a fast break opportunity.
Hogan gets Stevenson in the air, and Jace Hogan so good at that. Drawing the defense up, taking the contact, and making the shot from the right block. Jace Hogan with 8 points for a chance at the 3-point play, and he can tie this thing up.
It's very easy to see why he's the leading scorer for Brevard, and he is no slouch from the free throw line as well, averaging about 79% from the stripe, which is exactly where you want to be if you're a basketball player. So he does it all on the court, and he does it off the court. He's a man of faith, man of God, happily married, does a good job making his family proud as he bangs home and finishes the and-one play.
So the only 2 people that have scored are Jace Hogan and Lucius McKay for the Brevard Bobcats, but Hogan with 9 now. Whitley off the mark with that one. He grabs his own rebound down low. Johnson, great job operating under the basket. And they'll call it double dribble.
And you see Johnson shaking his head on that one. But last game, he balled out. And typically, he does a great job being very athletic and being that aggressive force for them on the block and basically on the wing as well. He averages about 19 points per game, and he shoots the ball very well, about 65% from the field, and he bangs them in 75% from the stripe. So look to see him get more involved as the game rages on.
Here's Shaq Seville down low, couldn't get that one to fall, and the ball tapped out of bounds.
Shaq Seville a little quiet last game versus the Flight, but look to see him get very more involved because typically he averages about 10 points and 6 rebounds, but last game really dropped that percentage down because he wasn't able to get on the board.
McKay dancing inside. Clark for 3, and that's an air ball. No, not what you necessarily want to see from Clark. He was 0 for 1 from beyond the arc last game against the Flight, but had 9 points out of 2 of 7 from the field. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and the key to the Brevard Bobcats winning this game, keep your turnovers limited. Averaging 18.5 turnovers this season, but did a great job last game. Only had 12 turnovers. Here's ball pressing up the floor. Clark inside. Seville down low. and a travel on the offense.
Just trying to be a little too unselfish on that one. Sometimes you got to put up your own shot. Wasn't able to get it off him before he took too many steps. And right here we see James Pope checking in the game, running the one spot for the Mighty Oaks. He's a young kid, about 21 years old.
Johnson down low, making the shot.
And he wants to travel overseas. He has a bright future. He wants to maximize his game. Really just out here trying to get better and better. And you see him right there trying to force him into a turnover.
Hogan on the outside, few dribbles in, down low. McKay, bounce pass to Seville. Seville, great job with his hands down low, his first 2 of the game. As Elvin said, last game he only had 2 points, was 1 of 7 from the field, but grabbed 5 boards, and those 5 boards were big to keep them in the game. Johnson, turnaround shoot. He's now got 4.
Johnson does a great job of getting into the seam and just creating a living there. Right there you see him with a nice turnaround jumper, quick release, and he elevated as well to knock it home.
Thompson, the little floater on the other side is good, and what a tandem between Trey Thompson and Shaq Seville. The big men down low controlling the blocks. We're all tied up. Stevenson, the pump fake. Jabari Hayes now from left side. And Thompson the rebound on the right block.
We can't talk about how much Trey Thompson means to this team. He's a 3-time first-team All-Conference, 2 times All-American. His resume is just phenomenal. Thompson has a very high IQ, and you see him use that more and more as the game gets on. He lives in big moments, and you just want to see him get more opportunities to show his IQ and show that might on the court.
All tied up at 21 apiece. Glenn Stevenson having a seat, and Eden Demirovic from Herzegovina is back in. He's gotten chances to play in Bosnia and Latvia, and he's a fun player to watch, and he sets the screen there for Pope, the new kid in the game. He falls down on the ground, and the shot missed there by Demirovic. The pass ahead to Shaq Seville being chased by Davari Hayes.
He was able to get that one back, but Shaq Seville, I thought he was going to go up there and tear the rim off. Just lost a little bit of handle. Jaquan Whitley was a great job of getting back and forcing that one.
Here's Thompson left side. Cross-court pass to McKay. And McKay from the right wing. Off front iron. Johnson the rebound, and the outlet to Pope. So here's Pope pressing the floor. Let's see what this guy can do. Pass left side. Hayes the pump fake. Guarded by Clark. Now dribbles in from the baseline. The pass in. And the nice up and over by John and Johnson. Beautiful job by Johnson. Recognizing he has a bunch of trees right there. Brought it down, glided under the rim, and brought it right back up. Great job. Jace Hogan, big 3 left side. And now the Brevard Bobcats take the lead. So Jace Hogan with 12 points. And he seems to be the unstoppable force right now. 12 points in the first quarter with a minute and a half left to play. A 1-point game. The step back from Johnson, down low, cut off by Hogan. So Hogan really controlling the game. The pass ahead to Seville, and he has that one taken away by Johnson. Johnson, let's see what he can do. The back to Hayes. Johnson, left side, dribbling in, up with the hook, and he makes the shot. The sky hook goes in, and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks take the lead. John Johnson deep in his bag. He loves to just put up shots in his free time, and you see what that yields. It yields fruit right there, getting to his spot and releasing that nice Kareem-like sky hook. John Johnson having himself a game early. Hogan, the pump fake down low. He was called for a travel. That's fair. He did travel. Definitely. Good catch by the refs, doing a good job. They have the hardest job on the court, just trying to make sure they find everything, and right there they made the right one. 59 seconds left to go in the first. A 1-point game. The Mighty Oaks in the lead by 1. No team really in foul trouble yet, so doing a good job of taking care of the ball. Demirovic just strong on the 3. Look at Pope down low fighting for the rebound. And it goes off of his hands. Bobcats ball going the other direction. Love to see that though. Fighting for an offensive board as the smallest guy on the court shows his heart. Can't wait to see him start getting into his little package a little bit. McKay, a nice take down the left lane. Look at McKay sort of flying, and he turns it on and presses the accelerator whenever he wants. A 1-point game. Now the Bobcats back in the lead. Pass left side. Johnson, left wing. Hayes, down low. Pope. Oh, good ball movement there. And a 3 hit by Jaquan Whitley. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks take the lead And Whitley now with 9 points. It's 28-26. Mighty Oaks up by 2 as the clock is now ticking down from 15. McKay, left side, double team, bounce pass to Clark, and Clark going down low. Good move. Couldn't hit that one. 5 seconds on the clock. They pass it over, and Seville throws it down with 1.7 seconds left to go. Those are Seville's first 2 points as the first quarter comes to a close. We're all tied up, 28-28 in this special Sunday matinee of FBA action.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s Legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon. I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go! Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band?
Show us what you got, man.
What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But
the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers!
Back here for FBA action here in the second quarter. We're all tied up 28-28. The Brevard Bobcats with the possession. McKay down low, fouled up with the scoop on the left side. And Trey Thompson down low, holding his nose, or tooth, or eye, ear.
Didn't get to see what happens, but he's holding something. One of those things on his face. Could have caught an elbow. You know, when you bang down low, there's going to be limbs and things flying all over the place.
McKay from the free throw stripe this season has not hit a free throw yet. Hey, look what I found.
See, we jinxed him in a good way this time.
I love jinxing. Makes things interesting.
Makes things very interesting. Lucius McKay, coach for AAU, and everyone who knows what that means you have to be a dog. Doing a good job, hustling all over the court, very quick guard, and he is very needed by the Brevard Bobcats. When he has a good game, the Brevard Bobcats typically win.
Look at Young being shifty down low. Demirovic setting the screen. Good block there for Khalik Williams, who hits a three. Williams with 5. And he's shooting 24% from beyond the arc this season, but went 2 of 7 from 3 last game and makes the first one he takes here. Seville down low, tipped around, and the rebound pulled down by Whitley. Here's Whitley. Oh, running it on the far side. Whitley getting through traffic. Oh, and just could not lay it in. And Seville pulls down the rebound. Now fast break, 3-on-2 on the other side. Clark coming to a stop. And Thompson fighting for the rebound. And McKay pulls that one down before it's knocked out of bounds by Williams.
You just love to see that hustle on both ends of the court. Whitley making some good moves. But then on this side, you see Khalik Williams hustling. You see McKay hustling. That's just how this game is. It's only a 1-point advantage for the Mighty Oaks early in this game, and you just see them battling it out. Both teams trying to find a way to crawl their way into the win column. So last game, you witnessed 2 teams that never lost. In this game, you're watching 2 teams fight feverishly to get back to the win column.
Hendricks and Devontae Clark checking into the game. A foul down low for Trey Thompson. And he will go to the line.
This is what you want to see if you're Trey Thompson. Trey Thompson does a great job getting home and doing these things all around the court. And right now, getting to the free throw line where he seems to be pretty comfortable. And now you're going to want him to knock one down and watch him get into his game. Because late in the games, he likes to shine, but you want to see him get more involved earlier on.
10:46 left to go in the second quarter. Thompson's a guy you definitely want to trust with the ball in his hands. Down low. He's a rebounder, and can score. He uses his body size to his advantage and can clear himself a lane. And he takes advantage of it for sure. Had 17 points in their loss to the Flight, but was 50% from the field and 1 of 4 from the free throw line as he makes the second one there. We're all tied up again, 31-31 apiece. Kalik Williams from beyond the arc. Pump fakes. Johnson, a take left side. Almost a turnover there. Pump fake by Young, now a 3. Recovered by Devontae Clark, and now here come the Bobcats. Darius Clark making his dribbles up the floor, passes right. Hogan, the pump fake, and he stepped out of bounds.
That's just a good job moving the ball, and on that one just got a little excited, saw exactly what he wanted. Kicked that back foot out a little too far, touched the line, but man, he had a head of steam to the basket.
2 team fouls.
This is a good matchup here.
Already on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
Anthony Young, he has a very nice handle. You want to see him get more aggressive with his own shot sometimes. He's a true point guard, loves to distribute.
Ball really being tipped around here a few times. Nobody had clear possession, but off the hands of the Mighty Oaks. And Mike Rivera there to make that call, and they're wearing number 34. He's joined by Vince Apollonis wearing 21, and David Ruiz Calderon is the crew chief today wearing number 11 for the officials. He will run right in front of us. Our officials doing a great job for us as always. Lots of years of experience between all of them, and they're awesome here in the FBA. Only the best in the Florida Basketball Association. Young on the right side, no good. Jace Hogan the rebound. And here come the Bobcats trying to run the floor. Darius Clark out beyond the arc. Now a few dribbles in. The give off to Trey Thompson, and an offensive foul. Yeah, Kalik Williams hit the deck. That was an off-ball offensive foul, but still one nonetheless.
Good job by Kalik Williams, understanding that if you stay there and you still get ran over, you will get that call. Also, happy Father's Day to him. That's something he really takes pride in, being there for his family, being there for his son. A great man on and off the court. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there who are involved in their kids' lives and try to make the best of it and give them the best future.
Young going full speed to Johnson, down low. Johnson fouled, and Johnson makes the shot. So Jonathan Johnson with 10 points for a chance at a three-point play. Last game they had, Johnson was the leading scorer with 29 points, was 3 of 17 from the field. Actually pretty close to a perfect game, and was perfect from beyond the arc, but 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block. But I think the kicker for him last game that he wanted to improve on as he missed that second free throw was that he had 4 turnovers, but he's a focal point of this offense and kind of the go-to option down low because of how good of boards he is at getting. Dean with the long 2 there, and we're all tied back up. Down low, Johnson again, and Johnson the make.
Look at Johnson ball right now. He is making a living in the paint, and it just goes to show his motor. He's okay with taking a couple hits. He's okay with that, and he's going to keep on going back-to-back in the paint if they keep letting him do it.
Jace Hogan slicing through to the left block and making his favorite shot down low. I would love to see his shot chart. He probably shoots 98% from that right block. Johnson also from the block making his shot, and now a timeout called on the floor. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks up by 2, 37-35, with 8:40 left to go in the second. This is all it's cracked up to be in our FBA Sunday match.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
And on that last possession, you saw Eden, the unsung hero on that, snatching the board down, the former electrician, doing a good job getting it back to John Johnson as we see a bucket on this end. The Mighty Oaks and the Bobcats are just duking it out. We're seeing two heavyweights just brawl right now.
So Trey Thompson making the shot down low for the Bobcats, back to 37, and Anthony Young breaking the tie, now with 7 points himself. 39-37 ball game with 8 minutes left to play. Pass right side to Dean. Dean a foot on the line. And that looked like the Kevin Durant shot from yesterday a little bit. Sherrod Dean with a foot on the line, but making the long two.
Need a shave just an inch off that shoe size. Good job by Sherrod Dean. And getting a block on the other end. Sherrod Dean doing it on both ends of the court.
Thompson to Dean. And Thompson looking like he wanted an assist there. Whitley, the pass ahead, behind to Johnson, up with the left hand. And John Johnson turning it on early, now with 16 points.
Jaquan Whitley was the unsung hero on that one, being very unselfish. The behind the back dime pass right in his lap. John Johnson knowing what to do from right to left, glide, and then dropping that thing in. Good job by Johnson. He has his fingerprints all over this one.
So something to mention about the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, they average 26 assists per game. Kind of like what Alvin was talking about there. Unselfish basketball is the name of their game, and they take a lot of pride in that. Hogan checking out, and Dorian Nesmith checking in.
Dorian Nesmith is someone that Coach Miller really believes in. He's a very high flyer, and as you're going to watch, he's a slasher, but he can also shoot. He plays very inside as well as outside, but he hustles all over the court on defense. This unit that they just brought in with McKay, Nesmith, and Thompson and Hendricks, you're going to see their defense is going to turn up. They're going to start getting a lot of steals. This is the unit that comes in to stop the bleeding offensively.
Smith, left side, now back up top to Clark, and Clark, 3 seconds on the shot clock, long three. And a big rebound there by Hendricks to give up to Nesmith, who couldn't pull that one down, and Elijah Graves just checked in the game with his first rebound. 41-39 still the score. The Mighty Oaks up by 2. Hayes to the right side, gets to his spot, and just misses that off the front iron. Kalik Williams, great job operating down low and making the floater.
Kalik Williams battling on that offensive board and able to convert that into 2 buckets. On the play before that, you see Hendricks corralling a rebound, and it's no shock that he was an All-American twice for both football and basketball in high school. That was a very aggressive way to attack the ball at the summit, doing exactly what he used to do on the gridiron and converting that to the court.
This Williams-Nesmith matchup I like, and the ball stolen away by the Bobcats. Hendricks to the right, and McKay laying it in. He's got 14, averaging 10 this season. So Lucius McKay coming out strong, had 15 points last game against the Flight, but 7 of 23 from the field, so looking to be better. But he's an assist machine, had 8 last game and a foul down low, and will be 2 shots. But Lucius McKay for the Bobcats, he's their playmaking guard, has great side of the floor, can shoot and drive to the basket at will. How do you stop him on offense, Alvin?
On offense, there's not really much you can do because he's very quick, but if you sag off of him, he knows how to shoot it as well, but he also has great vision. He does a great job for them, but he thrives in transition, and it really comes off his own steals. He'll create a turnover, and then he'll push the pace, and his guys know exactly what to do. They get to their spots, so when he penetrates, he has guys to kick to. So you're in quite a bind right there. And on this end, we see Jabari Hayes shooting those free throws. He just lives for competition. He's averaging about 5 points, but he brings in about 6 rebounds, but he shoots very well from the field. He averages a steal and a half a game. So he just thrives on competition, and when he's trying to get away from the game, he likes long walks on the beach, contrary to popular belief. So a well-rounded individual, a great baller as well, and you're going to see him do a lot for this Mighty Oaks team. He's more of like a glue, so he's not going to stand out on the stat sheet, but when you watch him, when he's on the court, his plus minus is phenomenal because he does a great job by just being in the areas that they need him to be, setting hard screens, playing good defense, and right now you see him versus Naismith, which is going to be a great matchup.
45 points for the Mighty Oaks, 41 for the Bobcats, excuse me. Thompson throwing it left side.
A little.
AJ wants to check in on the floor.
A little bit of confusion on that pass. Sherrod Dean has been hitting from that spot right there. Thompson trying to get it to him, but there's just a little miscommunication. Sherrod wanted to curl off that drive action that he had. Just a little miscommunication.
Down low, Hendricks with the rebound. They push it ahead, left side to Nesmith. Now Dean driving in, blocked. Hayes the turnover. Or excuse me, created the turnover. Left side, Johnson for three. That one's tipped around. And saved from going out of bounds by Johnson. I thought it was out of bounds for a second, but a great save. And a foul on the floor.
And that's what Jabari Hayes does. Just hustling. You see him get a block on one and hustle on one, fight for the board, and now he just drew a foul. Doing a great job of doing all the little things. He does all the little things really well, and that creates a great advantage for the Mighty Oaks.
45 to 41. Here's Johnson to Hayes. Hayes down low from the right block. That one dribbles off the top of the rim, and Nesmith going the other direction. McKay, the pump fake. A few dribbles in from beyond the arc. Now he'll switch up and go back to that right hand that he's so comfortable with and throws it off the bottom side of the rim, and he stepped out of bounds.
That one, he was just trying to get into a rhythm and see if he could get all the way to the basket, which he did. Wasn't able to extend on the other end of it to get the reverse up, hit the bottom of the rim, and then you saw what happened after that.
45 to 41. Bobcats trailing by 4. And Kalik Williams turns the ball over there. Hendricks with the steal. Hendricks pulling up, and he airballed it. Nesmith into Hendricks after he saved it from going out of bounds, and Hendricks couldn't convert there. Doherty on the other side to Williams. Williams down low, and Williams can't make the layup either. Doherty tries it, and he's the first person to make a basket there.
Good job by Doherty just cleaning it up. We saw a little bit of careless turnovers, missed layups, and Jared Doherty able to finish it. And one thing about Jared Doherty, if you ever feel the need to get a nice little drink on in St. Augustine, he is a bartender at Donovan's Irish Pub. Shout out to Irish Pub. Doherty, if you hear this, please hook me and Jesse up, as well as the one and only Jared Bear.
Give him a Sailor Jerry. 47 to 41. Doherty, the sharpshooter for this team, 54% from the field and 50% from beyond the arc this season, and 100 from the free throw line. He hasn't missed a free throw yet. Some great passes there down low by the Mighty Oaks, but they just can't put the ball in the cup. A 6-point lead for them still with under 3.5 minutes left to play. Down low, Sherrod Dean fouled.
Good job by Sherrod Dean, recognizing a lane right there and attacking the teeth of the defense, getting the contact he needed to make a nice little trip to the line. Sherrod Dean bringing it in about half of the time, so he typically splits the free throws. You want him to knock both of these down late in the second quarter. It's not detrimental now if he misses them, but based on how this game is going, you're going to need every point you can get.
So Dean down to the line, shooting 50% from the field. 12 points in last game against the Flight. He was 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, and added 6 rebounds. But Dean missing the first one here. I really like how much of, I would say he's more of a nifty guard or a wing who kind of plays every second on the floor with maximum effort as he sinks the second one. And now his team trails by 5.
Definitely. He does. He likes to do all the little things as well. Him and Jabari Hayes are like the perfect match to guard each other. You see him at the point right here, guarding Jaquan Whitley, which likes to score a lot.
Jonathan Johnson, so good with the turnarounds, and he's lethal from mid-range. Down low, a fast pass ahead to Naismith, who gets his first 2 points of the game.
Naismith doing a good job by leaking on that one. And John Johnson has just really been in his toughie. He's really been showing his true potential on these games. Every game he gets better and better week by week. And it goes to show because all he does outside is work out. Naismith slashing to the basketball on that one and knocking it in with the right hand. Good job by both of these teams battling back and forth. It's only a 3-point game.
Naismith now with 4 points. 3-point game differential. Here's Whitley up top taking his time. Long three off to the right. Offensive foul on the rebound.
Good job getting position by Clark, getting in front of Jabari Hayes. And Jabari Hayes is a hustler, so he's going to go get that. Got nabbed for it on that one.
2:16 left to go here in the second quarter on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in hurricane season, Orlando, Florida. Although, it's a pretty nice day today.
Beautiful day.
To be inside.
Sunny. And you know where we are. Windows are nice and bright.
At least I have our fantastic producer, Jer Bear, sitting next to me.
The Jer Bear.
The Jer Bear.
Fedora King as well.
Yeah.
Coach AJ directing traffic over here. Coach Miller directing traffic. Both of these guys, great coaches. Coach AJ just loves to see his guys make it. He wants to do everything he can to market his players and just get them out there. He understands everyone's goals, and he really wants this to be a stepping stone for them to get on their future endeavors. And Coach Miller is the same way. He does a great job of instilling great culture with his team and making sure that everyone's on the same page and just creating that chemistry bond right there and creating fire right now. You see him hyping his guys up initially on this defensive possession.
Stevenson missing that one wide right. And McKay hitting the deck, offensive foul.
Good job by Pope, the young fella who just came into this league. This is his first game so far, getting great position on the quick McKay, and that's a nice matchup. Didn't know he can move his feet so quick laterally, and right there you saw him get the charge, drawing the foul. And that's going to be something that's interesting to see how this battle plays out. You have a veteran in McKay versus the young stud in Pope.
5 team fouls on the Mighty Oaks and 4 on the Bobcats, who are in the bonus. Here's James Pope. Right side has that one blocked by McKay. McKay throwing ahead, tipped around, Reynolds recovers, and DeBrian Reynolds throws it up way too strong off of the backboard, and it goes to the Mighty Oaks. Now here's the Mighty Oaks in transition. Demirovic knocks it to Jackson, who was the second leading scorer last game. That one's tipped around, Jackson recovers down low, and that one blocked down low by Darius Clark. So now here's Clark going the other direction, a minute and a half to play in the second. McKay, right wing three, and he's off to the right. Jackson the rebound, and what a wild series of transitions there. And a foul.
They're getting their hands on everything. You see back and forth. Neither guys can get a shot up without the hands getting involved. But that just goes to show how bad these teams want. It's only a 2-point game with only a minute and 21 seconds left on the clock. No team seems to have an advantage, and you see just why. It's a low-scoring game because both teams are just phenomenal defensively. Both teams bringing one team's bringing in 12 steals, the other team's bringing in 14.3, and both teams average above 15 turnovers per game, which is a little high as well. But they've been doing a good job taking care of the basketball on this one.
Pope showing his talent, going full speed down the right lane.
Good job by Pope with a nice little quick step. Nice dribble to him, releases that and makes it in traffic. It's going to be interesting to see if he takes that more often. They like to clear out that post area when the bigs are out on the wings, and look to see Pope take advantage of that. He's very quick, as you just saw, defensively and offensively. So it's going to be interesting to see if he has that mindset to just attack, because he looks like he's trying to facilitate and get everyone involved early on this game, but that could switch as soon as the second half starts.
The first one up and good by McKay. McKay, who until today's game had not made a free throw. And now he's made 3. 16 points for Lucius McKay. A 2-point deficit for the Bobcats with 1 minute to play in the second. Pope throwing right to Whitley, and Whitley back in the game now. Glenn Stevenson inside, and the ball is taken away by McKay. McKay through some traffic, has that one tipped away by Stevenson. Another turnover for him, and here's Hogan down low and completely missed the rim. Nesmith and a travel.
Nothing can go in, or they can't even really get the ball in their hands because everyone's just hustling for the ball. It's a little sloppy, but it's just because these teams want it so bad and they have the same DNA. They know where each other's are, and they're slapping at the ball every time it's shown.
Pope to the left side, now Whitley in on Clark. The step back three from the left wing, off to the right. Here's McKay, going in transition, throwing it right. Clark, a three, foul beyond the arc.
Jaquan Whitley letting them know he doesn't agree with the call. Coach AJ being smart and trying to keep his guys calm. Tough shot on the side. Gonna give him an opportunity to shoot three free throws. Good effort by closing out on that one by Jaquan Whitley. Came all the way from the block and ran all the way to the three.
So 2-point game differential here. Bobcats still trailing. So the Bobcats are in the bonus, so any foul will mean free throws, but it was a foul out beyond the arc on that one, so it will be 3 free throws for Clark since it was a shooting foul. So he goes to the free throw stripe.
And Clark typically nails them at 73%, and that's exactly what you want if you're the Bobcats, knowing that you have a guy that's pretty solid from the free throw line. As he misses that one, of course, as soon as we start talking about free throws, you know they're going to at least smoke one of them. But it's still a 2-point lead with 23 seconds left, so coming out of this one, the Mighty Oaks going to have all the time in the world to try to get a nice shot before half, and he just smoked another one.
It's just... we have power.
We have a little power.
We have power.
It's kind of nice to know that.
But it's like inverse power. It's like the power you don't want.
But once you know it, you realize how you can use it. So
yeah,
we didn't talk about that last free throw. He made it. So I guess we could dictate the games and how they go for the free throw line.
Oh, no.
Too much responsibility?
Yeah, I mean, I like to see the actual playing, you know? 5 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is off. A pass down low. Stevenson has that one taken away. And Nemirovic couldn't get that one off in time as the clock ticked down to 0. So a bad possession there at the end of the second quarter by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. They lead by 1. So this is still a very close game, and anybody could come back and win this one. But third and fourth quarter action coming up on the other side of the half. Stick with us on a beautiful Father's Day afternoon. Still more basketball to come here in the FBA Sunday Matinee.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Fries and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon. I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go!
Here you go, boy.
Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band?
Show us what you got, man.
What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Booyah burgers were great.
Booyah burgers rock!
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Now we're back here for the third quarter of action on this Father's Day FBA Sunday matinee. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, and Alvin, you got a chance to talk to the coaches at the half, and I want to get your take on this 51-50 game because Gainesville has maintained their lead pretty much throughout this first and second quarter, but it has not been by much, and the Bobcats seem to just not go away.
So neither team actually liked their first half. So on one end, the Mighty Elks, they believe that they have to do a better job of getting their guards to do the bulk of the scoring. They're doing a great job of facilitating, and Coach AJ wants them to do even more. He feels like as long as the first unit could go in there and create a big lead like they did to start the game, they'll be able to maintain that throughout the rest of this game when they get their rest. However, on the other side, Brevard, they feel like they need to limit their turnovers because their turnovers has cost them a lot of the opportunities that they've missed. And as long as they limit their turnovers and they've switched the transition and find a better way to unite as a team, they'll be able to find their way to victory.
It's going to be interesting to kind of see what happens here in the third and fourth quarters because both teams coming out with their starters now as we go back down to the floor for the third quarter of action. Now taking the ball out from the right side will be Sherrod Dean, so it's Lou McKay, Jace Hogan, Byron Thompson Jr., Darius Clark, and Nesmith in for the Brevard Bobcats. They actually made a substitution. Trey Thompson's now in the game for them. John Johnson, Kalik Williams, Eden Demirovich, Anthony Young, and Joquan Whitley for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Sherrod Dean to start the third quarter, and just like that, the Brevard Bobcats take the lead. Sherrod Dean now with 9 points in the game.
Sherrod Dean doing a good job of just getting into the post and knocking that mid-range jumper down. That's been the tail of the tape for these two teams, just getting into that sweet spot right there. That's where all the honey is. Knocking it down on that one with Sherrod Dean.
Right up top, a three hit by Anthony Young. And he's now got 10 points, 54-52, Gainesville back in the lead. Down low, Clark banking it home from the right block.
That's just what the doctor ordered for the Mighty Oaks. Anthony Young getting into his package, knocking down that deep three, and you see him sinking in the corner right now.
Young 1 foot on the line. And Nesmith now going the other direction, all tied up at 54. A foul on the floor.
Good job recognizing that Naismith thrived in transition, getting him early before he could get to the basket and lay it up and in for an easy 2 points right now to break this tie. And for the Mighty Oaks offensively, they need their guards to step up. Johnson has done his fair share of the offensive load. Now you need the rest of your guards.
Hogan trying to get up and under, and that one tipped around and in by Sherrod Dean. Now Dean with 11 points. The team leading by 2, 56 to 54 with 10:40 left to go in the game. Sherrod Dean coming up big at 12 points last game, creates the turnover ahead to Lucius McKay. And it was off of the Bobcats.
Great job by John Johnson, recognizing he cannot get that ball, keep his feet in bounds, and just threw it off the Bobcats. Good job, nice heads-up play, shows you where his head's at.
Whitley, a left side 3, and the second chance putback. Johnson rising up and putting it through. He's got 20 points and is easily the leading scorer in the game. Jace Hogan on the other side with 14 coming out of the half. On the ground, the ball goes to the Brevard Bobcats, who get a second chance. Tied up here, 56 apiece. Nesmith under the basket in the reverse. And Demirovic, the strong center down low, pulling down the rebound. Johnson with the little lay-in. And a foul on the floor. And he hit the ground a little bit hard there, so a little slow to get up. Seems all good though. With under 10 minutes left to play, they're going to take a second to wipe up the floor.
Definitely on that one, just a lot going on that last possession, but John Johnson able to elevate just slightly above the defense right there and get a trip to the free throw line. But both teams are playing exactly how they wanted to play coming out of the half. You see the Bobcats doing a good job of distributing the ball. They're not knocking down some of the shots that they would like, so that's something that they still want to work on. But they're doing a better job of trusting their teammates, getting the ball in their guys' spots. But you want to see them take care of the ball. That's something that they need to do better, and they want to see them push the tempo. And for the Mighty Oaks, you're seeing the guards start to shine. You see Anthony Young starting to let his three-pointers fall. You start to see him look for his shots. John Johnson has been a steady guy for them this whole game, and you want to see that remain, but you still want to see a lot of these other guys start stepping up. You're used to Jaquan Whitley bringing home a lot more points than he's done so far. He's been relatively quiet. You want to see Eden, the electrician, do some things down low as well.
Johnson now with 22 points, had 29 last game, and a take to the basket by Nesmith is made. We're all tied up yet again at 58. Whitley on the far side. Taking his time, and he just lost control of that one. Dean with the steal, and Dean the other side, and the finger roll is good off the backboard.
Stick of butter for the Mighty Oaks. Not able to keep control of the ball. It happened a couple of times on that possession and a couple of possessions before.
Good shift of the ball over to the left corner, and Khalik Williams hitting the 3. Williams now with 10, and the Mighty Oaks back on top by 1. And speaking of number 1, there was the pass from Hogan to Clark as he backs down Anthony Young in the lane and is fouled.
Coach AJ letting him know that he doesn't agree with the call. However, it was called. Clark's going to have himself another trip to the free throw line and see if he can knock those down. However, on the other end, that's just what the doctor ordered for Mighty Oaks offensively. Khalik Williams coming alive again in this second half, banging home a nice trifecta after the ball was rotated beautifully around the horn.
A 1-point game difference. Bobcats have a chance to take the lead here. With Darius Clark at the line, only has 4 points. Has missed a couple of free throws here today, but still looking to put his team up here in the third quarter with 8:50 left to go. Had 9 points last game, 2 of 7 from the field. He likes to drive and find the open man on the outside, but Can also shoot when he needs to. And last game went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. And looking to get back to his free throws more in that sense today.
Another good thing about Darius Clark is he actually owns a business. So he knows what it takes to put the work in and see something grow from the bottom up. And you see him doing that with his basketball game in his career.
Well, he's also helping out an expansion team too. So the Brevard Bobcats coming up here. And they had an early candidate for Game of the Year against the Florida Flight last weekend, but another good matchup for them here. Right wing three by Young, no good. Demirovic trying to tip that one in, and Clark pulling down the rebound. And a blocking foul. That one will go against Hayes.
So you see them, to start the second half, they had that press early up, and they're just trying to stall this offense and force them to really get into a different, a settled offense, which is where they feel they have the advantage defensively on that when it came to bite them.
Hogan directing traffic on the near side, close to us. Now dribbling right into the right corner. Nesmith underneath. Hogan the second chance. And Johnson trying to pull down the rebound. Nesmith takes it back, and he missed the third one. Khalik Williams the rebound, and here's Young going full speed left side. Johnson getting some room, drawing the foul and making the shot.
Johnson is balling right now. Get him the ball. It seems like he wants all the weight on his shoulders. Right there you see him attacking the basket strong and brings a couple defenders with him. Getting the and one call. Let's see if he can knock these down. Both of these teams are shooting, actually, the Mighty Oaks are shooting pretty solid from the free throw line as a team, knocking it in about 75% of the time as a team. That's where you like to be. You want to be in that 80 range, but you'll accept 75.
Pass ahead to Hogan from the left block, dribbling in on Demirovic. Gives it down low, and Trey Thompson has it at one bounce and then go in. So lucky shooter's touch there by Thompson, who's got 7. All tied up back at 64.
This has just been a tit-for-tat game. Neither team can really get a clear advantage, and that's what you get when you tune into FBA basketball. These teams are very competitive, and they do a great job of recognizing their advantages, and they utilize that to their best capability.
Nesmith down low, no good. And Jabari Hayes going the other direction. Passes left, Young lining up a 3, left wing, and off to the right. Young has not hit a 3 in a while now. Hayes the second time. And 3 is the magic number as Johnson puts that up from the left block.
None other than John Johnson with the putback after a couple of attempts at the basket. That's what you need if you're Mighty Oaks. Get the shots up and then have your main man, John Johnson, go and clean it up.
Clark trying a tough shot underneath. Demirovic with another board. Great pass ahead to Johnson. Count the basket. And he goes to the stripe to shoot 1.
Look at that. John Johnson is just balling. Every time, it seems like we can't stop saying his name. He gets a nice and one on that one, streaking, and the bench erupts for the Mighty Oaks. On the other end, they cannot buy a bucket. If it keeps going like this, the Mighty Oaks are going to go on a nice little run as you see McKay check in to stop some of that bleeding from the guard position. John Johnson is having himself a game right now.
The lead back up to 5. We were talking about Demirovic a second ago. He did not play in their last game against the Claremont Crocs, so the big Mighty Oaks man had 10 points against the Storm in their last game. And now the lead brought back within 3, courtesy of Jace Hogan. Down low, Demirovic. And Thompson pulling that one down, now pushing in transition. Down low, Nesmith wide open down and makes the shot.
Good job by Thompson being patient on that fast break, giving his man Naismith time to cut to the basket, and he elevates and finishes it strong.
Anthony Young Dancing, Demirovic down low, up with the right hand, fouled, and made the shot.
Beautiful guard play by the Mighty Oaks. That's exactly what Coach AJ wants to see. Anthony Young getting into his package a little bit and dime dropping Eden, and the electrician was able to knock that one home. This is going to be his first attempt at the free throw line, so we don't have anything on him yet. He averages about 9 points per game, brings in about 11 rebounds as well, and he also steals the ball very well, about 1.3 per game.
Demirovic off the mark. His first free throw miss of the season. Hogan straight away up top. Devontae Clark could not pull down the board. Kalik Williams ahead to Johnson, and Johnson going up strong. A fight for the rebound. Hogan pulls it down. Football pass ahead. Thompson in for the touchdown.
Great job by Thompson. Looking like a tight end on that. Pinkies together, corralled the score, tool tap it in, and finished it home. Great job by Thompson, and nice pass by Jace Hogan.
Jace Hogan down to the right side, fouled.
Jace Hogan looking, I don't know if this is the gridiron or if this is the court, because right there you see him looking like a quarterback, and he's looking like a strong safety on that one, reading the eyes and getting the pick six. And now he's going to have himself a trip to the free throw line where he likes to knock them out.
One thing that's kind of interesting, we've not seen one dunk in today's game yet. Saw a lot of dunks yesterday in the Florida Flight game. So very different styles of basketball between every single team here in the FBA, Alvin.
Definitely. We got to give Naismith that two-handed. He didn't really grab it.
Jam it though.
Yeah, okay, that's correct. That's correct. But that's what you get. Each team has their own identity. They know their strong suits, and they play to that very well. So right here, they like to play it below the rim. You know, even though they play inside out, and there's some teams that like to let it fly from the three. So every team has their identity, and it's obviously interesting to see how they gel and how they compete against each other.
Tied back up at 71, ball tipped around, and out. Gainesville Mighty Oaks remain in possession.
And that's one thing you love about these two teams. Neither of them allow any careless passes. If you throw it like that, it will get touched.
Jackson left side makes the three.
Trey Jackson doing a great job. He played for the Panama City Piranhas, and ironically, his favorite pastime is to fish. So maybe that was just fate on that one.
Jace Hogan going up strong on the other end now with 20 points. For the second leading scorer in the FBA, they trail by 1. Doherty, right side, and just off the mark on the left. Jackson saving that one. From right to Brevard. McKay, right wing, stepping back on Stevenson, now double teamed over on the right, into Trey Thompson. Thompson from the right block, as Hogan falls down to the ground. Reynolds has that one tipped around. Trey Jackson pulls it down, right to Gray, down below, a fight for the ball. Nobody has an idea what possession it belongs to. Devontae Clark missed that one. And now a fast break. Stevenson down low, and Stevenson couldn't put it through. Still a 1-point lead, though, for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, as Trey Thompson is going to hang back and tie his right shoe. Lucius McKay the step back, and Lucius McKay hits the long ball.
There you go. Nice way to take the lid off the basket, banging home a trifecta to give them a 2-point advantage in this tightly knitted game.
And that just goes right off the hands of Jackson in the corner. So the Bobcats with a 2-point lead. That's the look on Coach AJ's face. What would you describe that as?
Livid, fury, anger,
passion. Down low. There's passion for you. Devontae Clark fouled.
And those emotions are well warranted. You see them get great looks at the basketball, at the hoop, but they're not able to convert, and that's something he's been preaching. And at halftime, I got to witness him talking to his guys and just preaching these messages, and it seems like it works for a run, but then it stalls, and that's where that passion is boiling over right here. He wants to will his guys to play the game that he knows they can play. He works with them day in and day out, and he genuinely wants the best for his guys. Just like being a father and you see your kids doing something that they shouldn't be doing. Yes, you're from the outside looking in, it looks a little okay, like depending on how you discipline them. However, you just genuinely want the best for them, and you know that you see them that they can do better, and you want them to actually do that. As Trey Thompson gets a nice bucket on the post and gives us a little dance as he goes back to play defense.
5-point lead. There's a steal on the floor. And a timeout taken by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the third. The Mighty Oaks trailing by 5.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
The inbound to Elijah Gray, the Gainesville Mighty Oaks in possession. Khalid Williams, one dribble, left side three, and the rebound by Gray. Second chance here for the Mighty Oaks on offense. Nice no-look pass by Young to Williams. Williams guarded by Hogan, he throws it into Whitley. Whitley, the bounce pass up top. Now Elijah Gray, down low, Stevenson the reverse, and he couldn't make the shot. Make that Demirovic, who was on the shot, and with 2:51 left to go on the game clock, a foul on the floor. So 5 team fouls now on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Brevard's in the bonus, and they'll shoot.
And on that one, if you look at Coach AJ, you see him wincing on that one, and that's because you just want to see one more pass to the corner. You see Anthony Young sinking down into the best shot in basketball outside of a layup or a dunk, and that's the corner three. Anthony Young's done a great job so far knocking down a couple of those shots, and you wanted to see that get swung to him one more time. But good job by Brevard in forcing that turnover. Now they're going to have themselves a nice attempt at the free throw line.
5-point lead as Devontae Clark goes to the line. His first one is put through. That's his second point of the day. He didn't play last game, but in their game against Tampa, he had 3 points, 1 of 6 from the field, and was 1 of 2 from the free throw stripe. He's kind of their big man who works hard down low for rebounds, and he's the person who likes to get guys involved, drilling both. And now with 3 points, 81-74. Brevard's biggest lead of the game is by 7. Hogan the steal. A 3-on-1 transition to Brian Reynolds to Hogan. And Hogan from the left block. And who else but the second leading scorer in the league. And a timeout taken by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. They need to find a way to stop the bleeding. They trail by 9, their biggest deficit of the game. And the Bobcats are coming up big here in the third quarter with 2.5 minutes left to play on Father's Day.
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon. I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go!
Here you go, boy.
Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great.
Point lead for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. 2.5 minutes left to play in the third. John Johnson up top, right wing, right corner. Williams, the pump fake into the key. And John Johnson putting the floater through.
Great job getting back to what got them the lead in the first half. John Johnson releasing that chocolate float way up there and letting the stars shine is what the Mighty Oaks plan on doing to get back into this one.
Hogan, a pump fake. Now from the free throw line extended. Chase Hogan, who shoots 79% from the free throw stripe, but now he's got 24.
And Jace Hogan on that one, doing a great job of getting to his spot and knocking it down. That's what he does game in and game out. And on that, we see a nice fight for the ball. It got thrown up, and Clark tried to save it to no avail. He stepped out of bounds, and now Mighty Oaks have 19 seconds to figure it out and get the ball in the hoop on this possession.
Anthony Young up top, rolls off the screen from Johnson. Young dancing into the lane. Whitley pulls the left side three and hits.
Great job by Young once again, penetrating very deep, occupying that Whitley's man, and then when he passed it out, had a hard time closing it out, and Jaquan Whitley doing a great job beyond the arc, banging home the trifecta, and they're gonna go on a nice little run here.
Clark down low, couldn't back it up against Williams, and now Williams had the rebound, throws it ahead, stolen by Hogan. That's a careless turnover. Hogan down low, spinning, and doing a great job of just coming to a halt, letting the defenders go right past him and making the shot down low. Young, the fadeaway from 5 feet out.
Beautiful way to create space on that one. The smaller guard, Anthony Young, does a great job of knocking home those mid-range shots, and that's why Coach AJ wants to see him get aggressive, because when he's aggressive, the team is winning, and they're doing a great job.
Hendricks up top, taking his time, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hendricks down low, turned away by Whitley. Johnson in the fast break against Thompson Jr., and Johnson making it look easy down low, now with 30 points, leading scorer in the game, and they trail by 4.
30 in the third quarter. John Johnson is deep in his bag.
Reynolds couldn't get that one to fall. Demirovich knocks that one away. Whitley will pull up, and Kalik Williams gets the putback.
And that is what basketball is nowadays. When you have numbers, you shoot the three and let your guys get the board. Good job by Whitley putting the shot up, and great job by Kalik Williams getting that up and in late in the third.
Good job by the Mighty Oaks deciding to double team Hogan. Byron Thompson Jr. strong on the three. And as he tried to come down for the rebound, it went off of his hands and out of bounds. So the Bobcats up by 2 with 6 seconds left to play at the end of the third quarter here.
Jesse, I have deja vu with the Nets game last night. 6 seconds left. What is going to happen to end this third?
The inbound to Williams. Williams pulls up for 3. And John Johnson tried the putback, but he couldn't get that one to fall. One more quarter of action. Gainesville needs to find a way to pull out on top, and John Johnson might be their go-to guy. They trail by 2 with one more quarter of action, and this is all it's chalked up to be. These two teams are going to duel it out to the end. Stick with us. There's more basketball here in the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW.
It's the last quarter of action here in the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live. Anthony Young couldn't get that one to fall. Here's Trey Thompson, the pass ahead to Hogan. Hogan has that one taken away, and it's tapped out of bounds. This copyrighted broadcast of the Florida Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the FBA. We're here in a 2-point game and a turnover by the Brevard Bobcats. Now the Gainesville Mighty Oaks are going the other direction.
And that was a huge possession just on the back of Anthony Young, getting back on defense with Jace Hogan doing what he does in transition. They got back and forced that turnover, gave him an opportunity, and that turned into another turnover. And now let's see what they do with this possession they've been granted. They're down 2, but this is very early in the fourth quarter. There's a lot of basketball left. You want to see their stars shine.
Young turns that one over. Here's Dean, and an easy shot down low. Dean with 15, and the lead back up to 4 for the Bobcats. Pass inside, down low, and John Johnson, that's their guy.
Beautiful job, and great job by the electrician, Eden, getting in the paint, being that nice little middleman to get that ball from Whitley to Johnson, and he finished it home.
That one bouncing around. Whitley wanted to pull up there, but lost the handle of the ball. Kalik Williams left side. Hogan the rebound. Still a 2-point game, 89-87. 10:45 left to play in the fourth. Hogan down low to Seville, and Seville creating some room on Demirovic.
That's the Shaq Seville we're accustomed to seeing. Dominating on that block, creating a lot of real estate right there. You saw him do his best work against Eden, the electrician.
Not too many turnovers for the Brevard Bobcats in this game. They had just 12 against the Florida Flight and shot 42%. I have a feeling they're somewhere around that margin today. But John Johnson now with 39 points. His team trailing again by 2. Dean towing the line. And Byron Thompson Jr. tried to get that one to fall. And now here's Anthony Young to pass ahead. Whitley right side 3. And a complete air ball. Trey Thompson, no look pass down low to Seville, and that one's taken away by Johnson. Here's Anthony Young running the floor. The quiet guard passes it up to Kalik Williams, who goes up with the left hand. Nice little revolver shot.
The jelly by Kalik Williams in traffic. That's exactly what you need to see. Anthony Young taking that one, and they did a great job of taking advantage of the possession they've been granted.
Seville gets fouled in the back, trying to receive the pass by Demirovic. Shaq Seville, the big man, down low. 2 points in their last game. And you can trust him down low to use his frame to box out and secure the ball on offense and defense. And he's one of their big rebounders. Hogan off on the 3. And Demirovic taps that one over to Trey Thompson. Now Thompson, the sharpshooter up top. And that one taken away by Trey Thompson.
Game is knotted up early in the fourth. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a basketball fan. Both teams just duking it out, and it's turnover city.
Young, Demirovic going up strong, and a block on the ball, combining between Dean and Thompson Jr.
Interesting no call there. They're going to definitely let these guys play coming down the stretch. And you just want to see that go on both ends of the basketball, because you, as a ref, you don't want to dictate the game, so it's very fair to see why that was a no call if it's going to be even on both sides.
(91-91), still all tied up here. The pass in to Kalik Williams. Now Williams straight away, and off to the left. Thompson Jr. And it seems like Gainesville's not really getting the shots they want to fall. Hogan down low. And who else but Hogan?
Good job by Brevard, understanding where the Mighty Oaks are offensively in this game and just taking it to the teeth of the defense. And for the Mighty Oaks, this is very interesting. Both of the shots actually on this little drought they've gone on, they've shot the ball early in the shot clock with little to no help in the paint. Whereas what they've typically done is move the ball around the horn, get guys into seam, and then kick it out. So it's interesting to see how that shift has happened early in the fourth and how that's been for the offense.
The second leading scorer in the FBA now with 29. And another bad shot there by the Mighty Oaks. Hogan on the other side from the left wing. Few dribbles over to the right, bounce pass down low to Seville. Seville, one dribble, and he turns the ball over. The stolen ball goes to Anthony Young, down low. Trey Jackson getting up high. He's got some hops to him.
Definitely, I thought he was gonna bang it. I didn't know what he was gonna do. Trey Jackson finishing amongst the trees on that fast break.
Thompson Jr., the put back by Hogan. Someone's gotta guard Hogan when he cuts towards the basket.
You just gotta put a body on him. When the shot goes up, you have to put a body on a body. It's the fundamentals of basketball that really bites you the hardest.
Khalik Williams rising from the baseline and making the shot there. He's got 16.
Now you see the Mighty Oaks offense starting to come alive, and they're getting their shots in the interior and from moving the basketball. You need to see more of that coming down the stretch.
Missed shot on that side. The rebound. And Sherrod Dean, the putback.
Their last two buckets have been off of second chance opportunities. They have to find a way to get a body on a body, because that would really alleviate some of this pressure they're feeling.
Khalik Williams stepped out of bounds.
And right now you're seeing the Mighty Oaks struggle. They go on a little run, but then it seems like every time they get something going, they shoot themselves in the foot somehow, some way. Khalik Williams stepping out of bounds on that one. And the shot didn't fall, so either way, it hurts you.
Ooh. Here's Hogan crossing over. Now gets the mismatch he wants against Demirovic. Down low, Thompson throws it over to Nesmith, and Nesmith couldn't hold on to it as it goes out of bounds. A three-point lead for the Brevard Bobcats. Gainesville has not been able to hit many threes here in the third and fourth quarter, Alvin.
Definitely have not seen a lot drop from behind the arc, but knowing that with so much basketball left in such a close game, get inside the arc, release some of those chocolate floats, get mid-range, and play inside out like you usually do.
Look at Demirovic backing this one up, and now Eden Demirovic with 16 points, his team trailing by 1.
Great job by Demirovic, just doing exactly what needs to be done. Coach AJ is trying to direct traffic on the other end.
That one bounces around for Thompson, and Williams pulls down the rebound. So Khalik Williams has got to get this across the half-court stripe in time.
And that's just a good job by Hogan, doing exactly what he needs to do to bump him and harass him behind the arc, and that's what happens. A nice little turnover for the Brevard Bobcats, but that is detrimental for the Mighty Oaks. You're down 1, you got 6:21 left in the game. You need to figure out a way to get back ahead in this lead.
A turnover by the Bobcats, or excuse me, by the Mighty Oaks. Now some chatter going on the floor.
That's what we love about this game.
Both of these teams fired up. DeBrian Reynolds on the bench, fired up, talking to Khalik Williams. Keeps things interesting.
Definitely. Neither team wants to lose this game. So they're talking that talk. Let's see who can walk the walk. Khalik Williams is in the game. Seems like he's going to have a word with Coach and Mike Rivera about some of the words that were said. But just going back to these two teams, they're cut from the same cloth. They have a lot of same DNA, and you're going to want to see them use this little altercation as fuel to start getting points on the board.
So let's see if the Mighty Oaks can come up with a stop here on defense. The inbound to Hogan, up top, guarded by Stevenson out beyond the arc. The screen from Thompson now going left. Hogan from the left elbow. And he couldn't get that one to fall. Demirovic the rebound. Here comes Hayes for the Mighty Oaks. They need to score here. Williams up top, double team, now down low. Stevenson banging that one home.
That's a great job by Stevenson. He leaked early, they missed him, and he just stayed active, not dying on the play, and he got rewarded by staying on that block and finishing a nice elongated finish. And Jace Hogan goes right back with the contact, going tit for tat in this one.
Hogan with 33. 100 to 99. Bobcats back up by 1. Williams pulls the 3. And a complete air ball. Nesmith, the rebound. Going full speed down low, has that one knocked away and out of bounds. 5.5 minutes exactly left to play in the fourth.
Both teams just playing a good brand of basketball. You see the desperation starting to come out as Naismith just slashes to the basket. Got it knocked out, but they have another chance to get a shot up. They only got 18 seconds though. Let's see if they can utilize that time wisely.
Down low. Nesmith tried the reverse. A fight for the rebound. Clark trying to go up. And Demirovic pulls that one down. So Demirovic coming up big there down low. And they're going to need his rebound so bad in this game. Jackson couldn't get the foul he wanted in the left corner. And they still trail by 1. The bounce pass from McKay. Down low. Ball's tipped around and another stolen ball. Jackson on Clark. Let's see what Jackson can do. Going up. And he couldn't make the shot. As Alvin would say, there is an absolute corkscrew on the basket. It's going to take a while to get that one off.
There's an anvil on there. Just can't find a way to get a jump stop, get a guy up, or just something to get the ball in the basket or slow it down. Got to find a way to score here.
Nesmith, and it seems like there's cement. There's literally cement on top of the rim. And a foul on the floor.
What do you think it's going to take for us to see a basket go down? Do we have to get Jerry to suit up?
Well, we were talking earlier about how we jinx, the game. So let's just say they're not going to make this next shot that they take.
They're definitely not making the next shot.
It's not going to go in.
There's no way they make the next shot.
I have zero doubt in my mind that this one will go in.
No faith, no hope. It's all but over.
Jackson into Demirovic. And Demirovic fouled. Okay, he goes to the line and will shoot. And Demirovic, one of the better free throw shooters
He's gonna miss
on this team. Oh.
We have to, you got to realize our role in this
with
one.
That. Okay.
We have to.
Oh.
So for all you guys listening out there.
Got it.
If you're just tuning in, Jesse and I have powers we didn't know. So we have to say the opposite for the opposite to happen.
We're fun, we know basketball, and we have magic. I have no words.
I'm pooped.
I have no words. I don't know what to say anymore. Demirovic misses the first one off to the left.
Jerry, you have to suit up, buddy. We need you.
Jerry, throw a jersey on. You're going half Bobcats colors on one side of the jersey, and the other half will be the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
Just like
pass the ball to Jerry every time. Demirovic, his second one goes through, and we're all tied up at 100.
I think we relinquished our powers to Jerry. As soon as we brought him up, he was able to knot this game up with 4:20 left on the clock.
Nesmith, other side, is fouled.
Look at Trey Thompson getting his team involved. He loves these tightly knitted games when it winds down. You're going to see him start to throw his weight around. He's getting excited. Naismith is going to have a nice opportunity to become a hero and give them a nice little 1-point lead. He's splitting his free throws typically at 50%, but he does a great job of doing all the little things for his team. And with goals like his, he has aspirations to play overseas professionally, so this is exactly where you want to thrive. Late game, you want to be the guy they can rely on because that's what scouts are looking for when he's trying to get overseas and do what he does. He loves to skate, just a general good dude. Gets on the sticks as well. What do you think he plays on? PS4, PS5, or Xbox?
He's definitely an Xbox guy. Us Xbox boys are all better. You would understand too.
Definitely, we all Xbox boys over here.
I think he plays a lot of Halo. He looks like a Halo guy to me.
A Halo guy, a little bit of COD.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Down low, there is Demirovic. He's got 9, and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks back on top by 1.
Demirovic coming alive in the fourth quarter when you really need him. Doing a great job of letting some of those things go up and in.
Hogan couldn't get that one to fall. And now here's a second chance for him. Back out to McKay. McKay for 3. Boom! Big on the left side.
That's a huge shot for the Bobcats. McKay coming alive and letting them hear it. He is feeling it right now. He is definitely emotionally involved in this game. Skin is in the game. Look at that defense he's playing.
Foul in the back for Thompson, or excuse me, for Jackson. Gainesville trailing by 2. Trey Jackson in the game. Had 21 points in their loss to Claremont in the last game that the Mighty Oaks played. Oh wow, he shot 5 of 9 from beyond the arc and 4 of 4 from the free throw stripe. So he's kind of the unsung three-ball guy on this team, and he knows how to create his own shot and shoots well when he does. And let's see him up top here work. Down low to Johnson. Johnson over left side. Whitley pulling the trigger and shooting!
That's what Whitley does. Every time someone else knocks down a tray ball, expect Jaquan Whitley to bang it home right back.
Whoa! Back to back, Lucius McKay. Get this man the ball. He's got 25 points. The Bobcats back up by 2.
It's a shootout.
Jackson, Whitley, right corner, Hayes. He's got Jackson open on the far side and a blocking foul on the defense. So now tension's flaring a little bit between these two teams with under 3 minutes left to play. Gainesville starting to gain a little more momentum.
This is exactly what you love when you tune in to basketball. You want to see guys go tit for tat. You just saw 3 threes back to back. 2 on one end and the other to match it. And right now you're seeing what the Mighty Oaks are going to do. They're only down 2 with 2:51 left in this game. Both teams coming off of losses, trying to find a way to get back into that win column. And you see this might be a new rivalry for these guys.
They're bringing back in their playmaker, Anthony Young. Jabari Hayes checks out. And off of the leg of Demirovic, that's a bad turnover.
You see him trying to get that spin right there. He had a nice advantage, good idea, just wasn't able to execute the way he envisioned it in his mind. Kalik Williams checking back in. You're going to want to see him get active and get his guys involved and step inside to the lane and knock some of those mid-range jumpers and see if he could see a couple of those fall and let his 3-ball fall.
The Bobcats in foul trouble. Gainesville still has a foul to give. 2.5 minutes left to play in the game. McKay, baseline jumper, step back, no good. And a fight for the rebound won by Hogan. Hogan's got Nesmith down low from the left block. And that one will be tipped around and taken away by Williams. The pass ahead to Johnson, the leading scorer in the game, spins, loses control, and Kalik Williams putting it through. 107 apiece, we're all tied up.
Just like they drew it up. A little bit of bobbling here and there, but Kalik Williams, the beneficiary of the loose ball, knocked it home to knot it up. Huge bucket by Kalik Williams.
Lucius McKay dancing. 107 to 107. McKay off the mark on that one. And Demirovic the rebound. Here comes Anthony Young. He'll push ahead. And an official timeout. Looks like McKay has a nosebleed. And that would be unfortunate if one of Brevard's best players can't come back.
We're going to try to put Sherrod Dean in because he has the closest identity to Lucius McKay, but that is a huge blow to the Bobcats. He's going to have to run in there and see if he could get that rectified and get back in this game. Only 1 minute and 55 left on the clock. This game is everything we thought it would be. Both teams have a similar identity, and they're doing a great job of showcasing that. Neither team could get an advantage, and this seems like it's going to go all the way to the wire. The stars are shining, and let's see whose star is going to shine the brightest.
Under 2 minutes to play, a quick give and go between Demirovic and Whitley, and now Whitley driving in. Anthony Young, a pump fake from the right corner, now double team, the bounce pass out, and a timeout taken by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks with 1:47 left to go. We're all tied up at 107. This game coming down to the wire in our Sunday Father's Day FBA matinee. Demirovic from the left block, backing in on Trey Thompson, now underneath. Johnson fouled! Oh, and he couldn't get that one to fall, but he goes to the line.
And you see him hurting on that one because he's gotten a few and ones right there, and if he would have gotten an and one on that one, that would have been huge. Now he has to rely on his free throw attempts. He has a great job this whole game of getting to the line, and he's very comfortable from there. He's leading the game in points right now. You want to see him knock these home and give them a chance. Those are huge.
So he misses the first one. 107 to 107. And the second one will go in. So Johnson now with 40 points. His team up by 1 with 1 minute and 30 left to play. Clark over to the right side. Thompson now going into the lane. Started by Demirovich, out to Sherrod Dean. Boom! Sherrod Dean hitting a big three, and the Bobcats take the lead again. 110 to 108, 1 minute and 15 seconds left to play. It's a 2-point difference. Anthony Young in the lane, and he threw it out of bounds. Jace Hogan likes the defense that his team is playing here. It's coming big down to the wire.
And right there, you just see Sherrod Dean hit a huge three for the Bobcats, and that turns into a great defensive possession. Right now, they have the lead and the ball with 1 minute and 13 left, and all basketball fans know if you have both of those two things, you can rest just a little bit easier.
Hogan, the pump fake. Hogan into the lane, and he is fouled. It's okay. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks did have a foul to give.
Definitely, and you're going to have to let that go right there because Jace Hogan is getting into his possession, and right now this is where the stars shine for Brevard. You have Trey Thompson, who loves moments like this. You have Sherrod Dean, who we just witnessed hit a bomb for 3, and Jace Hogan just loves competition, and you see him get the ball right now.
Hogan going underneath, foul from Thompson, and makes the shot, draws the foul, and goes to the line. Who else but the leading scorer in the FBA, Jace Hogan, now has his team up by 4. And a chance for one more.
That's just a great job by Jace, utilizing his God-given talent and his physical ability, getting on that block and dominating with less than a minute to go in this game. They know how to turn it up when it really matters. The Brevard Bobcats are going on a nice little run here.
113 to 108. Young up to Jackson, the pump fake. Now to Whitley. And Whitley wants a screen on the left and will get it. Now goes that direction. Double teamed and cut off. Johnson now a few dribbles in, switches up his direction. Guarded by Hogan, the fadeaway jumper, no good. And Trey Thompson coming down with the rebound. They're going to have to foul him. And now Thompson going to the line. So close all game, Alvin.
This is exactly what you wanted to see, but Brevard just did a great job of unifying, coming together, making the big plays when it mattered. This was a game of inches and a game of runs, and Brevard went on the run at the perfect moment, finding a way and digging deep in their will, deep in their bag of tricks, and now you're going to see Trey Thompson wiggle his way to the line. Let's see what he does from here.
He misses the free throw off of the front. So both teams in the bonus now. It's a 5-point game with 35 seconds left to go.
That three was huge for him by Sherrod Dean. And once they hit that three, they did not look back. Did a great job of creating some space, and they didn't relinquish it.
Both of the free throws missed. And a timeout taken by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. So we'll keep it here for this timeout break. 34.1 seconds left to go in the game, Alvin. Who does Gainesville go to? It's got to be John Johnson, right?
Definitely. If it was a perfect world, I would want Anthony Young or Jared Doherty or someone to get a shot up who's been doing a good job from beyond the arc. Get a shot up, Jaquan Whitley, to name a few, Trey Jackson, someone like that to get a shot up, and you want John Johnson to get position and get a putback or something like that, or find a way to get into a seam, create a good look, get a shot up, and hopefully get a second chance opportunity. That seems to be the only way to have it going, because there's not a lot of time on the clock, and you have to get points up quick.
So a quick inbound, and you think a catch and shoot or some scenario like that, just so where you can give the Bobcats the ball back and then foul immediately?
Definitely. You got to get the ball in quick and get a nice look at the basket, and you need someone to get a nice little putback if that shot doesn't fall, and you want to foul someone other than Jace Hogan, really. You want to get someone else at that free throw line. Anyone else, really.
Yeah. Darius Clark shooting all right from the free throw stripe, a little under 70%, including this game. Sherrod Dean, 50%. So a lot of the guys. Look at that, Anthony Young banking that one home, a 3-point deficit. Now for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
That's a great hustle by Young, trying to get that fight for that basketball. Wasn't able to get it, and that's a great scoop on the offensive end, giving them a one-possession deficit with 26 seconds left in the game.
So I guess a foul on the floor against Young, or he
so it looked
tapped
like
it out of bounds?
It seems like, so he dove for the ball, and it was just they're trying to discuss who is out on, and you see Coach MJ getting his guys over there to talk with them, and Coach AJ and Anthony Young are just pleading their case on what happened on that last possession, because Anthony Young and the Mighty Oaks are fighting tirelessly just to get another opportunity, because if they get an opportunity right now and they get a shot up and in and make it a one-point game, it changes their whole approach. They don't have to foul anymore. They can just, or even if they do foul, it's different, because once they can inbound the ball and push it, there's a whole different things that they're looking towards doing. So just trying to see if they can get that ball to go in their favor.
113 to 110, a 3-point difference in this game. And the Bobcats were kind of in a similar situation last weekend against the Florida Flight. And in the fourth quarter, shot 18% from three, and they took a lot of threes, which was the kicker after a career game by Jace Hogan and company, and they ended up losing that game for the Flight, 118 to 112 at the end of the game. And let's see if they can kind of pull away with this one at the end. On the Commerce side, though, Gainesville had the lead like this last game and ended up relinquishing that to the Claremont Croxton in an immediate foul against Jace Hogan.
And that's the tail of the tape. Both teams coming off of a loss. It seems like Brevard did a better job of coming back off of playing the best team in FBA, which is the Florida Flight. So they had that going for them, just needed to get back to their brand of basketball. That's what Coach Miller was saying during halftime. Wanted to get back to the basketball that they're accustomed to playing. And for the Mighty Oaks, they came back. They've had a downward trend really since the second half of their last game versus Claremont. They've done a good job starting this game off with a nice fiery run, but then Brevard did a great job of coming back. That's how these two teams are. One is first half heavy, and the other team is second half heavy, and you're seeing the second half heavy team pull this one out late.
Mighty Oaks have to box out and rebound here. It's a miss by Hogan. 24.7 seconds left to go. Hogan makes it. Mighty Oaks are looking for a quick basket on the other side. And then to foul again. Hogan, the second free throw. That one's off. They got to box out. Can the Mighty Oaks come up with it? And they do. And a timeout taken. A 4-point game with 22.5 seconds left to go. And what do you think Coach AJ is drawing up here?
So now he
basket?
He needs a quick basket. Any basket he could get, because they're missing free throws in the crunch. So you just want to get a good basketball as quick as you can get it, because if they can shave off barely any time on the clock and just play this 2-point missed free throw, 2-point missed free throw, they can really get back into this game. This is a nail biter for sure. It's a two-possession game, but they're trying to make that one possession with this one.
4-point game. The Mighty Oaks need to make a shot here.
That's what they need. Anthony Young made the last one to give him this opportunity. Who's going to be the hero to make another one? Jaquan Whitley seems excited for this moment. A lot of the guys seem ready for this moment.
So for the Mighty Oaks, it'll be Whitley, Young, Johnson, Demirovic, and Williams. And for the Brevard Bobcats, Hogan, Darius Clark, Sherrod Dean, Nesmith, and Thompson down low. And Thompson will have the challenge of guarding the tough Demirovic. So here comes the end of the game with 22.5 seconds. Williams slips out of bounds. He ran into the corner and just slid as he caught the ball. And that's just a stroke of unfortune.
That you just watched the life get sucked out of the Mighty Oaks bench on that one. Very unfortunate possession.
The inbound to Hogan, and he is fouled. And Hogan with a chance to put this one away.
And on one end, you see misery. On the other side, you see delight. Brevard Bobcats are just cheesing, grinning from ear to ear after they saw what just happened. And now Jace Hogan's going to have himself a nice little trip to the free throw line with not too much pressure, even though there's 20 seconds left on the clock.
Hogan with one free throw made, and assuming he makes the second one, that could pretty much put this game out of reach. Still 20 seconds on the clock.
And he's had himself one heck of a game.
Hogan makes the second one. And now the final timeout called by Gainesville. Well, Alvin, it's a 6-point game. I don't think there is a 6-point play in basketball, to my knowledge.
Unless you have Steph Curry who could just knock 2 big threes back to back, it seemed to be too little too late, because the Mighty Oaks, they weren't able to find their stroke beyond the arc, and it seems like a daunting task to ask anyone to just come in here and just start shooting threes when they haven't really been hitting all game. So it seems like there's too little too late. There's not really much that can go on. Brevard Bobcats did a great job of weathering the storm of Mighty Oaks and then putting on a run of their own. Jace Hogan, you see him telling them to be smart, don't foul, just do a good job. You see a lot of the playmakers for Brevard did a great job of shining when they needed. Sherrod Dean did a great job of hitting that three that really initiated this fourth quarter push we're witnessing right now.
So let's see what we got now. Here comes the inbound from Kalik Williams. Same lineups for both teams here. Williams inbounds to Demirovic, the big man taking a three and hitting! Oh my, it's a 3-point game. New life for the Mighty Oaks, and a foul on the floor. What? How about Eden Demirovic hitting a big three there and giving some improbable life to the Gainesville Mighty Oaks?
Who would have thought Eden, the electrician, would be the one to bang home the biggest trifecta of the game? Eden Domanovic, there's no moment too big for him, doing a great job of knocking down that corner three and giving some life to this Mighty Oaks team.
So unfortunately, a foul on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Now Darius Clark from the line makes the first one.
That's
so I did say that 20 seconds, there's still a good amount of time on the clock. I did say that,
There's still a lot of basketball left. It's just improbable. That's why you love sports. You have no idea what's going to happen. Eden Domanovic made a shot, a bomb, I did not foresee happening. He did a great job of giving them a chance, but Clark made both of his free throws, which is huge for them. 50.8 seconds left, and they have time if they're shooting like that.
Give the ball to Demirovic again. Anthony Young inside. Demirovic missed the shot down low. Johnson has to take a three, and that one's off the mark. Demirovic down low for the putback, and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks couldn't make their last 3 shots of the game, but Demirovic came up big. 118 to 113, the final score of this game. The Mighty Oaks dropped this one by 5, and now the Mighty Oaks move to 2-4 on the season, while Brevard comes away with a big victory, and not one that they really ran away with here. but just a great all-around basketball played by their whole team. Thompson needs some help running off the floor, so hopefully he's okay. And we'll come back in for a second for a post-game show, but what a game by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks and the Brevard Bobcats in our Sunday FBA matinee.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Burgers, fries, and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Welcome back to the post-game show. Jesse O and Alvin Delvey as the Bobcats win this one 118-113. We're actually joined by the head coach of the Brevard Bobcats, Coach MJ Miller. Coach, so good to see you. We'll bring you in here for the post-game. What a great game. Talk about your guys and how proud of you are of them.
As a collective, man, I'm so proud, man. Fought hard, especially after the week we had last week, battling with the best team in the league, in my opinion, besides us. Tough fought game today. We needed this one. I told the guys today it was a must-win. Had to have this game. I'm so proud.
You guys are back in the win column now, 3-2 on the season,
yes,
over 50 or over 500 for the first time in a sec now. How does that feel, coming in and being an expansion team, and you're also the youngest owner and head coach in the league too?
Well, like I told y'all before, man, it's like I got a chip on my shoulder, okay? Because especially somebody that's sitting over there, he took a chance, right? So every time that I come out here, I got something to prove, not only to my team, but to him too, saying that, you know, that you didn't make a mistake, you know, bringing me into the league, you know what I'm saying? So I dearly respect you for that. So, like, every time I come out here, trying to put my best foot forward, trying to put the Brevard on the right way, put them on the map.
So Alvin and I usually pick a player of the game here, and Jace Hogan at 39 points, Lucius McKay with 25, and Sherrod Dean with 20. A big team victory. You guys shared the ball well, but who is your player of the game?
I got to go with Dorian Naismith. Like,
catalyst.
Okay. Like,
9 points.
He sparked. I mean, hey, he sparked this.
Yeah.
He gave us a great spark last week, and I felt like he could, you know, play a big role this week, and he did. He stepped up, like I said, driving to the basket, getting steals, like being athletic. Like, we need that. We need somebody on the floor. We need that. So if I had to pick anybody, that's my number one for this week.
Last question for you. Your guys' jerseys. How much
Why?
pride do you take in these white? They're fly. How much pride do you take in these white jerseys?
A lot of pride.
You guys seem to win in them.
Yeah,
The last one you got were in the white jerseys.
Yes. You know, I take a lot of pride in them because my company, the Miller brand, we designed these and made them ourselves. So, you know, I take a lot of pride. Everybody likes them, so, you know, more to come. Got to get you guys some merch, man.
You do. You got to get us
love some.
Got to get you guys some merch.
We'll love some. Coach MJ, thank you so much. Congratulations on the win, and we'll have you back here sometime soon.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We got one more segment on the post-game show coming up in just a second. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Polywealth Management. What a game that was. Gainesville now dropping a few in a row. They moved to 2-4 on the season, Alvin. And, you know, before we kind of get to our player of the game here for the Bobcats and we make our picks, what does Gainesville have to do better in order to win next weekend?
So definitely. But before I do that, I just want to give a special shout out to my dad. You know, he's been there for me since day one. Very involved in my life. Did a great job. Happy Father's Day, Pops, and to all the fathers out there. My brother, your father as well, did a great job. And going back to the Mighty Oaks, they just have to figure out a way to get to maintain the momentum they have in the beginning of the game. So they start off very hot. They went off to an 11-0 run, but then that quickly tapered off towards the end of the game, making a few key mistakes here and there when it really mattered, and that's detrimental for them. And coming out of the second half, they just got to find a way to ride the wave of the other team a little bit better. So the Bobcats, when they went on their run, they were able to do so late in the game, and that's what Mighty Oaks have to figure out a way of doing. I don't have the answer for that, but Coach AJ does. He's doing a great job with this team, just doing it even better than he did last game when they lost versus Claremont. He did a great job of withstanding the wave that Bobcats brought on, but now he has to find a way to just, the last 2 minutes, find a way to get some points on the board.
And obviously, Gainesville coming out strong, as they always do, first, second, third quarter. You know, quite a few lead changes in this ball game. But then the Bobcats kind of maintained that lead throughout the fourth quarter, and they won this one 118-113. And now we've gotten to it. Alvin, who is your player of the game?
There's a toss-up for me because you know you got to go. You want to go with Jace Hogan because he poured in 39 points. You want to go with Lucius McKay because he brought in 25 as well. But man, oh man, I have to go with Sherrod Dean. He brought in 20 points, but his points were the biggest of the game. That 3-ball he hit late in the fourth when it was 2 minutes left, no one really had a clear advantage. Once he hit that 3, the Bobcats erupted. Then they got a quick 2 points. They got a 5-point lead. From there, they were just playing chicken, just trying to find a way to get back into this game, and they did a great job of holding them. So I have to go with Sherrod Dean for making that very clutch 3 late in the fourth.
Oh, wow. You know what's funny? That's a great pick. That's a great pick. I was going to go with Sherrod Dean, but now that I'm looking at it, I mean, you can always give it to Jace Hogan, but I have to go with Lucius McKay. Facilitator up top, dynamic guard, dishing the ball, shooting it well from beyond the arc when it mattered, and hitting those big shots when you needed him in the clutch. Kind of remind me a little bit today of a Damian Lillard type of player.
And he did a great job defensively. He got some steals as well. He's the steal leader for their team, so he does a great job.
Well, I think that'll pretty much do it for us here. The next time you see the Gainesville Mighty Oaks play, they actually have the first game next Sunday at 9:45 in the morning Eastern time. So if you're on the West Coast watching the games, you're getting up early, 6:45 game in the morning. That's the tip-off against the Pride, who are 0-4. So maybe a little bit of an easier challenge for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks there, facing one of the only teams that is still defeated. I guess the opposite of undefeated is defeated. And then on the other side, the Brevard Bobcats are playing the Gunners, who also do not have a win this season. So, you know, maybe a better matchup for both of these teams next week. But for another father on our broadcast, Mark King, who's the chairman of the FBA and has been on hand with us all day and doing a great job. And for this father sitting right next to me, Jerry Pettit. Jerry, thank you so much for being with us. Jerry's our producer. And for Alvin Delvey and his pops, I'm Jesse O, and I want to say a big happy Father's Day to my dad. Dad, love you. And thank you for giving me my love of sports, which is why I'm here today. And so that's something that I pretty much will have with me the rest of my life. So for Alvin Delvey and Jerry Pettit and all of us here at the FBA, happy Father's Day. I'm Jesse O saying have a great rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you right back here next Sunday.